more. Biate, Gibukan, Paseche, Gifoi, Bia, Gifoi, Bia, not Gifoi, Bia. Sure, long as the pain, she takes over, your long
I can tell you now we gonna be famous.
Hey, get it, oh. I
can tell you now we gonna be famous.
I
can tell you now we gonna be famous.
I
can tell you now we gonna be famous. Hey.
What's your story?
Yo, what's up? It's your boy B, all up in your face. You know what time it is. If you choose to say anything about me, please hashtag ThatKingdomBwoi, that Bumblebee buzz, that... What can I say? Yeah, it's fast starters all the way, man. I'm here to inspire you. I'm that type of creative, you know. So I'm all about just sharing nothing but great things to you. So, I don't know. I would like to believe this guy is here for me to try and share more about just that. It's just nothing but good things, actually. I'm just all about that. I share the good news like a drug. That's me. That's what I'm about.
Okay,
so, yeah.
Okay, drug dealer. So, to your fans...
Oh yeah, to my friends, family, and what can I rhyme the last F with?
Fans.
Friends, family, and fans. Yeah. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. You know, we would have been doing these things if it wasn't because of you guys too. Because the love, even if it just hasn't got to the financial side of it, it's just as equivalent as the finances that we need in our lives to get things going, you know. So keep giving us that love. It can never be compared to material and money at all, but it just keeps us going. So we got a whole lot of things in stock for you guys, and yo, it's gonna go down. Bungee.
But to those who don't know you, what's your story? Who are you?
Me, I'm your artist, man. I'm your modern type troubadour, like I just said. I am all about sharing the good things, maybe my music, you know, I don't curse in it, I just share the good. And by good, I mean good, because today bad is good, you know, I can say, yo, that's bad, and I mean good. So me, I mean good as in good. Good is still good to me, and bad is just bad. So I'm promoting that. And even with the energy, I don't even really need to tell you that I do these things. You see them in me type thing. Or I would like them to be seen in me like that, or felt from me or in me like that. I don't want to tell you about it. I would like you to just follow the guy, you know, like subscribe to his channels, and yeah, see if you can see where you can fit. If you can't fit in the shoe, then you know, it's cool. I will continue with the ones left behind. You know, I would like to believe I'm not supposed to be even growing, you know, up or drastically big in numbers. No, because of the good I'm sharing. So, you know, that's what I'm about. So it doesn't really surprise me whether you like me or not. I stand for the good. If you don't like the good, then nigga, you're bad.
What are your roots? What are your roots? Where are you from?
What are my roots? I grew up in the township, man. I don't even want to say it's township because I don't know if Swaziland has townships. I grew up in Swaziland. I grew up in the village because it's /village/ township. So, you know, we are the generation that got to see Swaziland progress or Africa progress. So I can say, yeah, it's a village to township / township, town, whatever. That's the atmosphere of my hood. I'm trying to give you the dramatic picture there.
Eswatini.
Yeah, Eswatini. Yeah, it's Eswatini. Well, we're still stuck with Swaziland. You see, that's what I'm saying. So many things that are just changing with us while we grow. It was Swaziland when we were born. It's Eswatini now. It's KOA now. The Kingdom of Eswatini. So,
what was the upbringing like?
The upbringing, I spent most of my time with my grandmothers. So my grandmothers, which is the other grandmother who gave birth to my mother, is Zulu. So Gogo Zulu and Gogo Ngwane, who gave birth to my father. So those are basically the people I spend time with. But yeah, the Zulu Gogo is here now because that one passed away a long time. She's more like an ancestor or a Tonga right now. Another topic that I just wouldn't want to get into. That's how I was raised. And not to say I was raised like that, but it's an African culture to sort of remember your great or past people. So I'm still trying to tell you or answer my question, right?
Yeah.
So I'm still along those lines. Not to say I know everything about where my grandmother is now since she's dead, but Gogo Ngwenya is alive, so shout out to her. Let's not talk about the dead too much. So yeah, that's my culture. I believe in God though so much. I love him. I love the Creator so much because yeah, man, I love the Creator. So that's why I'm also a creative myself. So yeah, he is in me.
So the transitioning into SA, when did it happen?
I'm half South African and I'm half Swati. My mom is, as I said, Zulu from the Zulus in KZN, and my dad is all the way from KOE, the Kingdom of Eswatini, formerly known as Swaziland, and that's where they met. With the whole fights and everything that were going on, the apartheid vibes. My mom actually witnessed her uncle get killed type thing. So the mother was like, Gogo Zulu was like, let me take my kid to Swaziland. And that's where my mom met my dad, and the rest is history. And there was me. And my little brother Fab, who's my DJ, when he's around, because he's so far away, but when he's around, Fab is my DJ, that's my little brother. It's just the two of us. Yeah, it's just the two of us from my parents, so that's what's up.
How did you get into Jozi from growing up in Eswatini?
The getting into Joburg part happened at a later stage, because we would normally visit KZN. That's the place I really know the most. Yeah, I could say that, but I feel like Gauteng right now is my playground in South Africa. That's where I feel like art is at play. And if you are a creative, I would like to believe anywhere in Africa, if you want to make it in art, you would want to come to Joburg. Make it big first in Johannesburg before you go to the States and want to make it big in LA or
yeah.
New York,
But then I'm asking you, when do you settle in Joburg and start operating up? And I suppose that's when your career in the arts lifted, or did you begin rapping and doing music in Swaziland?
I started doing music in Swaziland. In primary, early age. And I moved into Joburg 2005. That's the first time I touched down Johannesburg. 2005. Otherwise, KZN all my life. Because we would full-time. We would either do this year in KZN or this year in Swaziland with my brother, or swap. The brother is that side and I'm that side. It was one of those. So yeah, but KZN, I'm very much familiar with it. And then now Gauteng.
Okay, what sparked the music career?
The music career never really nothing sparked. Like, the music career has been there. I like to say it chose me. I didn't choose it. I didn't grow to discover that I like music. I'm even told stories about of things I used to do that I don't even remember when I was still a kid in preschool, kindergarten, whatever, or of things that I would do that were artistic. I would recite songs. I would, I was like, wow, I used to sing that. They were like, yeah, you perform it in preschool, type thing. So I've had it in me. I've never lost it. I've loved it. I nurtured it myself too, and it's not an easy thing. So yeah, it's always been in me. And then I started writing it around the age of 10, 11. I started doing my own stuff, being inspired by the likes of Mzambiya's, Bow Wow, Msawawa, So yeah.
So your music did take off with Eswatini. What?
That's exactly where it took off.
Yeah, but what do you recall? Because you did hit the top, Eswatini. So what do you recall going inspire you to get to the top, and who were your peers at the time?
Okay. When it started off in Swaziland, I would say maybe it started off around your 2010s. Yeah, 2010. I was already this side though, because I had already moved. But I had already known the guys. I've done my demos and I had submitted them in some of the radio stations there. They liked them. They played them on radio to an extent that I even met producers like Mozaik and Subjamz and a number of them. And there's your Eimsofly. These are Swaziland cats. That I then later worked with. And then I dropped an album around 2011, the Swazi Magnate with Claiming Ground Records. I featured Pitch Black, Afro, Tias. Those are my peers. Psycholution, Nomalungelo. I worked with Velemsen. I did features too with so many cats also in Swaziland. The work that has been put in Swaziland is too much. The plan is to now apply the very same muscle I did back home and apply it here. Because the only thing I got from home as a progressing kingdom, as I was saying, or country, is that the love is there and I'm doing the right thing. I'm certain and I've confirmed that so many times. So now, because I know you can live off it, I'm trying to have it now put food on the table for me or make ends meet. And I can only do that here in Johannesburg, here in Gauteng, because in Swaziland, not even the artists themselves are recognized there, you see. If I can tell you the politics of there, you would even laugh at us, or think we are,
So the time Uspana about Mozaik, they were already big at the time. What makes them open the door for you as a youngin who is emerging? Now about Pitch Black.
Pitch Black story is more like, it's miraculous because I never really applied to do a feature with him. He was told of me and listened to my songs and he liked them. And I mean, I believe that I'm still the first person that actually did a feature with the guy after his album. That is something he even also confirmed with me. He would say, I've never really done a feature with someone unless it is my song, Well, Shifta was also his song because it was also featured in his album that he dropped the same year I dropped mine, which was around 2012 or 2011. I forgot what his album was, but he featured the track of ours there too. So, which is called Shifta. Check it out, it's on YouTube. Shifta with an A at the end. And I was called Cracks back then, so CRAX would be my name. Don't search for B, because it's just Pitch Black featuring Cracks, Shifta. We did that track, and then that's when Claiming Ground decided to sign me because I was really now gaining recognition. So shout out to Pitch Black for that. That move made Claiming Ground really take me seriously. So I did maybe 2 to 3 years with Claiming Ground, and I did one project and I was out. But the bridge is still there. I can drive through it anytime. They are family. Mozaik is from my hood. Fabamfu, shout out. Matapa, that's where me and him are from. Like, his literal, I could say, he's my neighbor. The only thing that separates us is a freeway in between. So, that's the story.
How is Pitch Black as a month?
I'm still trying to understand that to the fullest. I can't say he's this guy or that guy because
the first guy to sell whatever 500,000 copies.
That guy sold the best. I mean, he's the best selling hip hop artist.
Only Cassper has eclipsed him, and Cassper came later.
He's surpassing.
Yeah.
Cool, the great stuff. But I don't think he did because that guy did it in CDs. Man. You know what I mean? It's still different because Cassper might have done it what he's done digitally. So he's still there. So it's a cool vibe, man. You get to even go slightly gimmickal yourself or gimmick when you're with him because that guy is hyperactive, man. You swear he's on another track, can't deny it all, So he's a cool guy. I still can't believe, and I'm still to make the time to go meet him because, as we all know, he's behind bars right now, and
we've been talking about this.
That's the reason why actually even the visit has been taking this time to happen or to come to life, because I need it to be an exclusive or a unique kind of visit. I don't want to just show up there and I'm there to see Pitch Black Afro, man.
We also need to see Bricks.
Tulando.
We also need to see Bricks.
I hear Bricks is out. I don't know if that's true.
He might be out in a year.
So
those are cats. The reason why we mention these guys without fear, of abantu basilebule. It's because these are our Jabu Pules, these are our dynamos, you know. Faults aside, you cannot go to Cataloga R. Kelly and because of his mistakes and start saying, this is trash.
Yeah.
No, that he made a lot of babies for people. That,
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm true.
There are a lot of
Really
babies.
did.
He
Really
saved
did.
a lot of lives. And Abo Pitch Black and Abo Bricks took our industry to the next level.
Bro, they really elevated it, man. They really elevated. Without them, we would have missed out on a lot musically. Yeah, we would have.
Your sound, like South Africa, because you rap with your Vernac. Much like South Africa, we call it Cassper Rap.
Yeah.
Abaluko Northwest Waramotswako, Spaza elsewhere, Cheap, Lesotho, etc. Rap Eswatini Etertaiment. So, Eswatini, what do you call it when you go Vernac? Because you versatile, yes, but Maula South Africa, as I say, is Cassper Rap. Eswatini, what you call it?
Yeah, I've never really thought that far, you know, miss, to be honest, I've never given it a name. I know it really deserves a name. I mean, because your
like
Zulu
you say,
boy,
Rap.
yeah, your Zulu boys came with Scandi Hop or
and there was Skanda with the
Skanda and whatnot, and they really are genres because you can't compare them. You can't compare the way Zulu boy raps and the way KO raps. It's totally a different style. So. And I have a totally different style myself too. I can't compare myself with any of the rappers right now. So
call it maybe.
Diba had a name. I think I would classify myself with it because Diba is also a rapper from Swaziland whom I highly really recommend you to also listen to. Diba. Yeah, that's the Diba I knew.
So what was he calling his sound?
He called it Ngwane Hop. He calls it Ngwane Hop. I think we can call it Ngwane Hop. It makes sense. I mean, it's Swati, and it's pure Swati we use in our lyrics. So, Ngwane Hop.
Or Maybach music.
Nah. Until I drive it, maybe. I don't know. You know.
But under the main umbrella is Cassper Rap or Vernac Rap. So, the reason why I'm asking you that is because the show we are doing benches around the concept of Vernac Rap. Why? Because that's where our people are able to, like I was talking to Lebzotic, the producer from Soweto. So he was saying, Guti, Maupega, Pro Kid Namachita, they would rap to 50, Northern Cats or suburban boys when they were doing this loom. But the minute they started going Vernac, 1.5 people, 15,000 people, they have an audience. So, it's a big idea for me. That's why I say it's part and parcel of the show we're doing to put a spotlight on Vernac Rap. Yeah. Because that's how our people are able to relate to us.
It's big.
So you're saying it's big. What makes you say that?
It's big. It's big because it's identical. It has an ID to it, you know. As much as once we start rapping in our vernacular language, our fellow white friends or whatnot, overseas friends, cannot hear what we say. But it's still nice, and that's why even who's this Java got a Grammy, I would like to believe. I mean, he's 100%, almost 100% pure Zulu, you know. So he was just doing his stuff in Zulu, and he went that far. So it's not. It's we should really apply that.
The Mambazos, the Caiphus, Semenyas, the Hugh, Masekelas, they've always been Mamuri.
That's what I always try to.
Feeling.
That's what I tell these youngsters. Good to say. Try to speak your language. I mean, what tribe are you? I mean, that's what I like. You know, like I wanna know that. It's important to me. I wanna know what tribe she is. You know, it's important. So. Apply that in your creativity. Whether you are an artist that draws, you create clothes, put your art about tribal, what you call the ancient, tribal patterns in there.
And other nations can relate to you because, as they say, music is a universal language. That's why abo Bob Marley, Maputo, abo a lot of guys, Michael Jackson, Maputo, you'd find they had an audience, a big audience. Bon Jovi, that's what I wanted to talk about. They had a big audience in Africa before people could even understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's about the feeling you give people. And Tina Majita, maybe we don't know how to actually use vernacular rap in a way that can actually touch audiences abroad.
You know what you just made me realize about feelings?
Mm.
Feelings will show the real you, basically. You know, doing something without everything is spiritual. You see, once you do something without your spirit in it, you are portraying an image that is not even you.
Mm.
You know, so there's no you in that thing you are doing. It's like becoming a famous person who just has a ghostwriter at the end of the day, and we end up all knowing that you've been written for all this time, you know, and then we just lose respect like that, you know, because we now know that whatever it is you were doing wasn't really of your mind or even you.
Yes.
Or maybe that's even the reason why artists these days tend to not even do the things they talk about in the songs. You know, because the things you really mention in your songs, watch out for them, because you are speaking them to yourself.
Yeah.
You really are. As a creative, whatever you speak in your song, you are first and foremost speaking it to yourself when you are recording there.
Yeah. What was that story about you and Pro Kid? That's cool.
It's cool that we...
Oh, you were saying you started freestyling at school because you were influenced by Pro Kid, or they said you sound like him?
No. The freestyles I only did were in Zulu. And I stopped. I never liked freestyles really. You know, so I stopped doing freestyles in Zulu because, well, freestyles are all about telling the next person that you are better than them. And I wouldn't like to say I'm better than anyone else. At least not yet, or maybe ever. But when I did those battles, I did them in Zulu, and my opponents would be on some, I'm trying to be a Pro Kid wannabe. And I was actually even rapping in Zulu at that time. I wasn't rapping in...
But you didn't know Pro Kid at the time?
I didn't know Pro at that time. I knew the music, but I couldn't put the name to the face, because I knew Wozuzobabona. And around Wozuzobabona time, I was still in Swaziland. I think that was 2004-5 or 3-4. Wozuzobabona. And then I just forgot the guy. I knew the song, but when I came here, and they knew I rapped, and when I went in there and rapped, they told me I sound like him. That's when I stopped rapping in Zulu. I just stopped rapping in Zulu then. And the minute I started rapping in Swati, we come back to the point again. The minute we started rapping back in Swati, bro, I became even better. I won't lie, because
and
now
bigger.
You know, and I blew up just when I swapped rapping from Zulu to Swati. That's when, you know, because once you are doing what is you, even the people, it's easy for even the people to connect with you, you know. So it's very important. So shout out to and rest in peace to Pro Kid.
Yes. Your observation of the entire Cassper Rap movement, or Vernacular Rap movement, from the Motswakos, the Cassper Raps, you know the cats. What has been your impression about the movement and its shortfalls and its successes?
Motswako specifically?
Cassper Rap.
Or Cassper Rap?
Vernacular Rap as a whole. Into one.
It against, for me though, because, you know, I really don't know. You know, my blowing up is not in my hands. I tell you that now. Because I've come across, I've worked, I've been even on the greater stages, but still, I've managed to just watch my friends make it to the top. Simply because of this truth I would like to always stand for. You know? So, to answer your question again, do you have them down, these questions? Because right now, I just kind of went out of...
I have them down.
Yeah, give me that question again.
So my question is, on your radar, maupege Cassper Rap, maubukele the movement.
Okay, sure, I remember now. In movement, what's coveting right now, the hip hop or Cassper Rap, if I do say so myself, and I'm not trying to say, that's the diagnosis right now. We are still caught in the gimmicks. You know, gimmicks don't last. They don't last. Gimmicks don't last. That's why Pitch Black didn't last that long. That's why Mzege didn't last that long. You know, because they are funny. I mean, that's why it's even hard for I find it to make it, you know, like I'm not trying to badmouth these guys. I like them so much, man. I mean, I would do anything to bring them back today. I like them, but then again, the style, because it's gimmicky. It's gimmicks, like a joke. I mean, you shouldn't take it as a joke, man. I mean, be serious about it. Like channel someone into it. I mean, it's a platform. Actually, you are placed in by the creator to lead people into the right way that we are doing as creators.
When you're saying that, I remember Slim Shady the song and then Slim Shady the artist, or Eminem the artist. Two different people.
Yeah.
It was almost like it's a gimmick to hook the market, and then he does himself.
Inside, yeah, of course. That's the catch. I mean, I feel like right now I'm even messing up with my piano sound. I mean, I can't even really dance that much anymore. But because I can flex on any beat, I know I can do good with amapiano as well. So I'm doing amapiano not only just to, you know, Caiphus people, but it's just
get your message across.
Yes, get my message across to a certain crowd of people, audience, or also just to get into the music industry. Because right now amapiano is what's being listened to.
So you reckon Kasi Rap in Kinga it's the gimmicks, but there are cats that are really good.
And they claim to be better than the next person, you know, inspire, man, like speak life. Zola did that.
But Zola wasn't saying it's Kasi Rap, he was saying it's Kwaito. Someone said the other day, Frost said to me the other day, if Zola said it's Kasi Rap, he would be God. He would be God of Kasi Rap. But he wanted to be a Kwaito artist.
Zola is hip hop, man.
But he never came out.
Zola, let's agree that Zola came and applied hip hop in Kwaito sound.
Yes, and the point Frost was making was, if Zola said Nyenzi Kasi Rap, he'd be the Lord of Kasi Rap right now.
Yeah, I would like to believe. I mean, he's a form. But
most of them have always been shying away from saying Kim rapper.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, Zola is a force. This is quite a force. He would have maybe helped Kasi Rap big time.
Stratospheres, is he?
Big time. He would have maybe helped Kasi Rap big time. Truth be told, because I feel like the level of Kasi Rap is just is still on the same level as Kwaito.
But at least Kwaito did make a lot of niggas.
Now that's another thing. Hip hop is still growing.
Yeah.
Hip hop is still, we should be really way too far.
Hip hop as Mzansi ubona kanjani wena mawuyibhekile? Or yase-Africa?
I like the growth, man. I like the fact that, you know, we as artists of any kind, we can make a living out of our crafts here in Gauteng, in South Africa. So that is what I can say at large about art, not just hip hop or whatnot, because yeah, man, there's too much growth. The growth is there. People are living. I mean, now about Cassper, Zulu Boy, even though they've been in the game for quite some time, but look at them today. It shows that, okay, good possible. Yeah. So I'm telling you now, those levels are very far-fetched from our countries. I would reach, I don't know that level when in Swaziland. I really don't know. I don't know when you would reach that level in Congo, in Nigeria or where.
Let's go, young Sam, yep, alphabetical order. I'm a young hustler, like a brain disorder. I'm the only reason I'm disturbing your shoulder. I'm a baller, and yes, I'm a straight like a ruler. And yes, I got a nice six-pack in the cooler. And yes, I got more gold than your jeweler. I am so hot, definition of burning. The night never comes because I'm earning the morning. You call me Spider-Man, they call me the Goblin. I be eating your girl, that's why they call me your problem.